What is up, guys? So in this video, I'm going to tell you about my opinion and some things that you might want to consider if you're going to start opening up or starting a side hustle. It doesn't matter if you want to make some more money, pay off some debt, buy a Lambo, whatever you want to do. Today, I'm going to share with you my opinion and starting over 7 side hustles. Some have failed and I've learned from that, and some are doing really successful, and I'm going to grow them to be my full-time income. So I'm just going to share with you guys what I'm learning along the way, some things that you might want to know or take into consideration when you're about to start, and some different types of side hustles that you can start, whether it's hourly, scaling, whatever. I'm gonna let you guys know. So let's get into this video. What's up, side hustlers and business owners? This is Justin. If you're new here, welcome to this channel. I make videos, everything you need to know about side hustles from beginning to end and starting a business. So if you guys like this type of content, let me know by subscribing below and smashing the like button. So like I said, today we're going to be talking about what it's like to start a side hustle, some things that you're going to need to know, and just like my opinion about starting a side hustle. So we're going to start off with 3 things that you need to consider before you start and before you even decide to start or what side hustle to pick. The first one is time. How much time are you willing to put forward in this side hustle? Are you willing to put an hour or 2 after work? Are you willing to give up your whole weekend? How much time are you willing to put forward? And you got to think about that for yourself. What's reasonable? Are you going to have a good work-life balance? Are you going to spend more time now just to reap the benefits later? Or are you just trying to earn a little bit of side money to get through, like buying Christmas presents or to get out of some debt? And so maybe just a little bit of time, and you don't need to put forward all this time to build something because you just want some side money. So think about how much time you're willing to put forward to start this side hustle and to earn this side money. Second is, I have notes. Second, you're going to want to think about, what is the startup cost I'm willing to put forward to start this? Like for my hire car business, I already had one car. The startup car cost wasn't much, maybe $100 to get the inspection and get it ready and go to send it out. But to buy to really start and get my second car, it cost, thousands of dollars. What is the startup cost? Like for our eBay business, we spent about a little over $1,000 to get it started, to get product, to get, labels and printer and everything that you'll need to start. And so you got to think that, like, what is your level of startup cost? If you have absolutely nothing, that's fine. You can start businesses with absolutely $0. You can start side hustles today with $0. I have a video I'll leave right up here. It's 5 different business ideas that you can start with less than $100. So if you have no money to start, that's perfectly fine. There's plenty of things that you can do. Yeah. So how much are you willing to put forward? How much are you willing to start? And this depends on your goals, really. If you just want something that's really quick and something that's like, you can do Uber and then you don't really have to do much. All you have to have is your car and you can go ahead and go. But the third thing that I want to go over today, if you're thinking about starting a side hustle, is commitment. How much commitment are you willing to put forward? And if you don't want to put any commitment, that's perfectly fine, because you need to think about your goals in this side hustle. If you're just trying to pay down some debt, then maybe your level of commitment doesn't need to be that high, because you don't need to build this business that you're going to scale to a full-time income one day. You don't need to put all this effort into billing and structure and legal and blah, 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 and making this whole thing to where you reap the benefits later and you have this business that grows and you just maintain it. Maybe you're just trying to earn a couple $100s a month. So maybe driving for Uber or something like that, where it's just you press the app, it's on, you make some money, you turn off, and you're done. You don't have to think about it. If an emergency pops up, you don't have to deal with it. It's just trading your time for money. And so that can be good. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but that's just like entry level. That's like your first level. That's like the least commitment as far as side hustle, earning money, or starting a business. If you want to put in a lot of commitment, you're ready to go, you're willing to put everything on the line, nights, weekends, all the money you have available to start this startup, you're doing it, you're 100%, you're all in, then you have more options as far as what is available to you to start, as far as different ideas, how far you can go with this thing. My goal personally with my side hustles is to start something and find something that I love. That's why I've started a lot of different ones, finding something that I love, that I'm passionate about, that works, and that's sustainable long term. And I really like hire car. I just made a plan, my 2-year plan, to get to 10 cars within the next 2 years. I'm actually going to do it quicker than 2 years, but I'm very excited about that. I want to scale something that's going to cover my expenses, so it's not just a side hustle, but it's a side hustle now. But in 2 years, 5 years, that it's not a side hustle, it's a business, and maybe I'll sell it that time, and maybe I'll grow it even. I don't know. But how much time, how much you have to start up, and how much commitment you're willing to put forward is where you're going to be able to decide what side hustle is right for me and what side hustle is not. Right now I'm going to break down some different types of side hustles that you can just think about if what's right for you. Low commitment, high commitment, low startup costs, high startup costs. So let's get right into those. All right, so what types of side hustles are there? And in my eyes and in my book and what we're going to go over in this video, there's 3 different kinds of side hustles to consider if you're going to start up. The first one is more or less just like a job. It's something that you trade your time for money. You clock in, you clock out. This could be a side hustle, could be even just a part-time job if you're looking for a part-time job. This could be like something like Uber, Lyft, and gig economy stuff where you just kind of, you clock in, you turn the app on, you use it, and then you're done. It's really low startup and almost no startup cost. This can be something that's very low level commitment. You can quit tomorrow. You can do as much as you want today. This is something that you can play around with, get your feet wet, try it, and see if you're actually able to handle this as far as your time and your health and your wellness. And juggling everything else in your life. It's really just kind of simple. I think it's more of a short-term solution if you're trying to get some extra income, you're trying to pay down some debt, something that's really easy to get into. So there's that one. So for the second type of side hustle that you can start or that you can consider is starting a business that actually takes your active participation in it. And with this, you got to think about like, what's your end goal? If you're just trying to earn a little bit more money, then maybe the job side hustle is good for you. It's easy, it's in and out, but maybe you want to scale something. You want to build something that will last. You want to build something that you can be proud of. You can build something that will eventually be your full-time income. If that's the goal of your side hustle, to be able to live off this, you want to be your own boss. You're tired of living that life and you want to be able to, be your own boss, and maybe this type of business. So this will be all different kinds of things. This is really broad, but this is going to take more active participation from you. This can be service jobs like car detailing, dog grooming, junk removal, carpet installation. You can do all different kinds of stuff. I do hire car, we sell online. You could do e-commerce, you could do Amazon. You could start a YouTube. There's so many different businesses, but this isn't so much something that is a job, but it's more active participation. You can eventually, if it grows, you can hire employees. This can be a business and not just something that is, it takes you, and if you're not doing it, then it's not making any money. With this one, it's a little bit more commitment. Possibly could be a startup cost, possibly could not, but it's going to take more of your time, your involvement. It's going to take you building it at the beginning, putting a lot of effort and work with not much in return, pushing the snowball up the hill and eventually it rolling down and producing income for you after you've put in the work and the effort, grown, learned how to do marketing and all these different things that it takes to run a business, wearing all those hats and starting that. And so this is good. This is my goal. This is one I picked. I like active participation. I like being involved in my business and learning the ins and outs and being a participant of and eventually scaling this and growing this to be my full-time income one day, which I'm excited about. How amazing and cool is that? Something that I've made can grow to something like that. And so this brings us to our third kind of side hustle that you can start, which is something that's like a corporation that you actually don't involve yourself in the business. This is something that you can hire out everything, have somebody run it for you, and you're kind of like on the sidelines. You can purchase a business if you have a lot of startup money. You can even do like a franchise and all these different things. You could do real estate investing, something that's more passive, that is on the side if you have the money to start up, but it doesn't have your active participation. And you can use something like this as money to bring in for retirement. You can use something like this to grow your wealth, to grow your assets. And this one is cool if you have the ability and the commitment and the expertise to start something like this or to purchase something like that. That just leads me right to my quote at the end. If you're working in your business, you have no time to work on your business. And so think about outsourcing work and making it as scalable as possible. A scalable business is always going to be better. And so that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for sticking out to the end. My name is Justin. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you in the next one.